I want to tell everybody out there, don't matter what it is you do in life, it don't matter anything. You can work hard. You can try to be a good person. You can try to do the right thing every day. And do your best at it. And I ain't saying anybody's perfect. I know I ain't. I've had my ups and downs, but I'd say I've done my best to try to live a decent life, tried to watch my language, try not to be, just keep, I think about that when the good Lord's looking up at, looking down at me. I want him to like what he sees. But all of that, do the best you can, try hard, try to make it in this country, in America, and that's what they tell you anyway. That's what everybody says, we immigrant or not, come over here, American dream, all this, doesn't matter. I've done everything I was told to do the right way you're supposed to do it, and my life's a total living hell. And I can't figure out what I don't know what I did to deserve any of this.
Welcome to the Red State Update Podcast, folks. My name's Dunlap, and Jackie's back.
I can't go anywhere else.
He's under house arrest.
House and store arrest.
House and store arrest.
I got this thing on my, let me show it to you.
You're not going to get that leg up here.
It's too heavy, it's why. I got something on my damn.
So you can only go to your home and this store.
That's it.
How is your life different except now you got something on your foot?
You tell me. That's what I want to know. They say this thing's on me for my own protection. That's what the police are saying. But if someone comes after and tries to get me, this thing just going to slow me down. I'm already up there in age. I can't move too fast. But this thing, you put a big metal thing, whatever the hell it is, on your plastic. I don't know what it's made out of. You got that light going on and off.
It's for your own protection, Jackie.
No, it ain't for my protection. It's slowing me down.
Also, when he drinks, it beeps.
And that ain't got nothing to do with it. They come over the house twice after you go through what I've been going through past few weeks, and you want to have a beer or two, or maybe something a little, little something else. And every time I can't. Well, no, I cannot, because if I do that, they'll come. If me and you have a beer right now, they'll come knock that door down, check on me.
Yeah, but then they'll be like, oh, right, it says here everything's fine.
I don't want my front door busted in. I don't want this door busted in. It ain't funny. There ain't nothing funny about any of this.
If you've never seen a door busted in real life, it's pretty cool. I mean, if it ain't your door.
Oh, shut your mouth.
That may be my white privilege talking.
I didn't get no DUI. I didn't get no public drunkenness. I didn't get none of that. Drinking shouldn't have anything to do with it. I don't know. Maybe they didn't have but one of these left over. But every time if I have a drink or a sip or anything, first time they say, I don't know, nobody knew what it was. It's probably just on the fritz or whatever. These things happen is what they said after I knocked my door in. Well, I guess I do. I guess we do.
Well, it's for your own protection.
It ain't for my own protection. There's no reason for it to be on me. I haven't done anything. I've done nothing but try to live a good life as a decent man, and this is what you get.
Folks, there's a lot going on here in Murfreesboro, and if you haven't caught the last few podcasts, I really don't know where to begin. I mean, there are a lot of people in Murfreesboro right now who look like Jackie there, and some of them seem to be intent on doing harm to others, and some seem to have harm befalling them.
There's less and less people looking like me every day, and I want to say this right now. I want to say it right now, and it hurts my soul to say it. But never mind. I'll talk about it later.
What were you going to say, Trump?
No.
What were you going to say?
I'm not going to say that. That's
well,
bad enough.
I got something real bad I could say, but I'm not going to say it, so I guess somebody give me a pat on the back until the next debate, and then I'm going to fill up an SUV full of people who I ain't gonna say.
Well, listen, just before we get into that, they found and that body that they found wrapped in plastic. Bless his heart, I won't.
Laura Palmer, Jackie. That's what I've been calling it.
Palmer, Jackie. What the hell is it? I won't give my condolences to the.
We don't know for sure it was wrapped in plastic. I have not read the police report, and it could have been a shower curtain, could have been vinyl. Also, probably was just some trash from the frog swamp. because Green Bean just sort of throws his trash around.
All right. That ain't
in
got
there
nothing to do
now.
with it. We want to give our condolences now.
He has a trash can in there, but it keeps tipping over in the water.
I don't
So
care
then
about
the
his damn trash can.
trash just sort of floats there in the swamp.
First off, let me tell you, I had absolute nothing to do with it. The police realize that now. They understand I wasn't anywhere near it. I have an alibi, all that stuff. I ain't got nothing to do with any of this. And, of course, it wasn't me, which I don't understand that. If I didn't have nothing to do with it, how come I had to go down to the police station? Why did they take me down there and say, look at this body?
Did you get to see a body?
I didn't want to see a body.
What did it look like?
It looked a little like me, but it not, I could tell the difference. But
Was it bloated?
I don't...
What was it wrapped in?
It wasn't wrapped in nothing. It had a sheet over it. They'd already took all that stuff, done
Wrapped
all that stuff
in a
before.
sheet.
Well, whatever. It had a sheet over it in a
That's how
hospital.
rumors get started. It was wrapped in a sheet, and all I heard was it was
It
wrapped in
is
plastic.
at the morgue or
or
wherever
a
the
shower
heck.
curtain. Or there was trash on it.
But why would you take me down there and look at it? I ain't got nothing to do with it. They said, do you
don't-
know this person? They thought it was me. They want me to go down there and say that, is this you? That don't make any sense.
Was it you?
I'm not even going to answer it.
I don't
now,
know.
As dumb as that is, that's the kind of things that I have been hearing for the past 2 days from law enforcement. These are my taxes going to these men to harass me because I hadn't done nothing. I ain't done nothing.
It's for your own protection.
It ain't for me to protect. And ever since they got involved, everything's gotten worse. But that wasn't me, and I want to give condolences. We found they've identified that body. They know where it is, so we won't give Mascat's. We won't give our condolences. I don't know.
Philip Mascat's twin brother,
Well,
Farley.
Farley Mascat is his name.
2 S's, 2 T's.
Yeah, that's how you spell it.
If you listened last week, you heard Philip Mascat give a press conference where he just somebody looked like Jackie. You know him? Did you ever meet him?
I ain't never met him before.
Y'all ought to take a picture together or something. That'd be
That's
funny.
what people say all this. They wanted that they was there. The police said, would you been down, let's take a picture with your dead brother.
Well, that's weird.
I said, no, I will not get my picture made with a dead person. They
Did
said,
you look more, you think, like Philip or like Farley?
I don't know. I ain't met Philip. Farley, I didn't really meet him. I mean, I met what's left, I guess, but there wasn't nothing.
Do you think his spirit possessed you somehow?
Oh, shut your mouth. Don't even start on this. It's bad enough as it is. Just shut your mouth. I've had enough of it. Well, Master, I'm sorry. Maybe someday I will get to meet you.
Well, I didn't know when you were going to come out of hiding, so I'd already got him. He was going to come in here and fill in for you and be the new Jackie.
What?
I said, we're going to have to call you new Jackie. He said, can't you just call me Philip? And I said, wow, a diva already.
Oh, hell. Well,
So I was happy to give him the boot. So
he's welcome to come down and do it if he wants to. I'm sure he's grieving right now, so you just leave him alone. Because I just assume I might as well do it because I'm here. I'm either here at home. That's it. I can't go nowhere if I wanted to. So damn mad. So we here at Rest Shade Update Podcast, we give our condolences to Farley Mascat with to the family over Farley. Seemed like a nice man. I mean, I don't know anything bad about him. Sorry what happened to him. And of course we had one of these crazy people dressing up like me in the woods.
Oh, they got one of them creepy Jackies.
Well, he was asking for it.
He probably was.
Well, he was.
I don't like the victim blame, but if you're dressing up like a creepy clown
and go over playgrounds and where children are and stuff like that,
no,
what do you
I'm
think's
sorry.
going to happen?
Creepy Jackie. It's a creepy Jackie.
Well, whatever it is,
Sorry,
you don't
my
need to
bad.
dress like me and go in it.
That'd be ridiculous.
That person had it come to him that's a situation where if you're going to get out and act that stupid stuff's going to happen to you, and that's what happened. That's the stupid.
Them Little League daddies got him.
It's
Cougars.
Go
Cougars.
They're 3-0 right now, Cougars, yeah.
Yeah, they got some powerhouses on that kid.
Yeah, they're doing good. Keeping
that
up with
team
them.
of kids.
Yeah. Well, their daddies, they killed this man. And,
Yep. And we'll see. You'll see what the courts say about it. But so
was
far, the
protecting
pennant
his
race is
protecting their children.
These are the same vigilantes who've been attacking you.
Well, because they didn't know the difference. I know the difference now.
I ain't blaming them. I'm not even saying that's bad. I'm just bringing it to your attention.
I know that.
How do they know the difference now? Smell?
They supposedly the police told them before they beat anybody up, check a leg for the thing on it.
Oh,
So
I
maybe
see.
that's what.
It's for your own protection.
Oh, just shut your mouth.
I said that the whole time.
What? It ain't. It ain't.
If I were you, I'd also be a little buzzed so that it's beeping too, so they get a little forewarning before they hit you once.
Just
and then
shut
ask
your
questions.
mouth. I'll be buzzed when I want to. I don't want my door broken. I don't want anything.
They got one of these creepy jackies. You think they'll stop at one?
I don't want anybody to get killed. Now, first, let me say that, don't kill them, beat them up real bad, yes. Take them down to the police or have the police come and beat them up real bad, however it works.
The body on this one disappeared. They were pretty sure they killed it because of how bad the brains was out.
Yeah.
But
it's supposed to be awful is what
they
I
said
heard.
they turned around and then the body was gone. So we don't have a body. We don't have an ID on this creepy Jackie.
But there were several witnesses. Everybody confirmed, said, "Oh, that man is dead."
Had to be dead. And then there was like blood and gore on the bats. So they sent the bats off to be tested.
And hopefully all that's
come back with ID on it.
CSI, yeah, they'll get it from that blood.
Meanwhile, they're doing a GoFundMe to buy the team some new bats.
Yeah, because they got to keep going. I supported them. I gave them a couple dollars myself to one of the daddies I know well.
Yeah, go Cougars.
Yeah, and he apologized to me. I said, no reason to apologize to me. That wasn't me. He said, well, it could have been. And I'm sorry.
It could have been.
Well,
it nearly was a couple times.
Just that's over now for now, as far as, and it will stay permanently over as long as these crazy people stay out of the woods dressed like me. You're going to get yourself hurt. Maybe you learn a lesson. I'm sorry. If it took this one to make the rest of them stop, and so be it. That's all I got to say.
And then they found one of them Fleet Warriors dead, one of the Jackie Fleetwood
Warriors. Well, that ain't necessarily that's undisclosed. What do you call it?
Natural causes.
That's what they're saying. They don't know if that's because they're saying they don't know who killed this Farley Mascat. They don't know who did that. We definitely know who killed this one, but we don't have a body. Everybody knows that those daddies killed that man. They beat him to death. That man is dead.
Multiple witnesses.
Now, this other one, we don't know for sure that there's any foul play, as they say. So,
well, they say, with all that dancing they did, it was just natural causes and all that cocaine they found on him.
Cocaine,
I didn't know. I'm saying
doing cocaine like that.
It sounds a little suspicious to me.
Well, I won't say this right now, too, while I was sitting there talking. Let me get this out. There ain't but one person that would know the dead that we don't know who did it. Like I said, the other ones, everybody knows who they are. Everybody knows.
So you're saying that Creepy Jackie was baseball bat to the head.
Well, and we know who did it.
And Fleet Warriors, natural causes.
That's what they don't know yet, but they're looking that away is what they said. There's no reason to have a suspect.
And Laura Palmer Jackie.
We don't know. We don't know yet. Maybe there's some more
Farley
testing.
Mascat.
Whatever they do to him. But just because of him, that one man in the shower curtain, wherever the hell seat, whatever he's in, they started this thing, and I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think it's too funny at all. I don't like this going around town. I don't like my name being associated with anybody that does anything to hurt another person. So I know it's just fun and ingestion or whatever, and that's how they come up with names for these serial killers or whatever that is. But there ain't no serial killer, first off, because one person don't make a serial killer. That's right, that's plural. You got to kill a bunch of people, right?
Are you talking about the nickname the Jackie Strangler?
See, don't say it now.
What's the matter, Jackie Strangler?
There's nothing. It don't make any sense. First off, I'm Jackie. I didn't strangle nobody, and none of these people, as far as I know, got strangled. They don't know if that fella in the water got strangled. And even if you get confused and think one of them dead by bludgeoning, like lots of them bats, or 3 daddies got a hold of those little bats, beat the hell out of that man. Now, that's by bats, so there's nobody strangled there. And this other fella, if he was strangled, they would have said something by now.
Well,
there ain't nobody been strangled, and I ain't done it, and I don't know why you put my name on it.
Well, they don't have a cause of death for them 12 unidentified Jackie bodies they found in the Christmas Cave gravel hole.
I don't know the first thing about that, and that's what I was going to say earlier, and I don't necessarily hurts me to say it, but when that come up, all them bodies there, and they couldn't have all been strangled. We don't know that about these people.
I think if you're good at strangling, you can knock out a
All
bunch
right.
in a
But
row.
they had that name before they even found all those people.
Yeah,
They already
true.
had that name. It didn't have anything to do with all of them. See, that maybe puts ideas in people's head, too. You don't think
Front
about
page
that way.
of the Daily News Journal pretty early on was like, who is the Jackie Strangler? And then Jackie's picture next to it. So half people thought it was you, and half the people thought you were dead.
Well, I'm not dead, and I ain't strangled nobody, and I got this thing on my foot.
Meanwhile, you're under house. Where were you hiding out this whole time?
Well, they
Before
found
they come and got you.
They found me.
That
come
was
on in and
scary.
knock it. Well, it was.
I was there,
scary
folks.
for you.
If you've never seen a SWAT team storm, so you were back there the whole time,
Yeah.
folks. This is. He was like, "Go tell Miss Bros." If you heard last week, to tell Miss Bros and try to explain to her. She's been so confused. She had a stroke, but she thinks she has dementia. She doesn't.
Always different. Jackie dead one day, and then he's alive the next day,
so
and then
confused,
it's
and he's like, "Go tell Mrs. Bros." So I was like, "I'll go over there." I mean, it's hard to. I'm not gonna be ableist, but it's just hard to talk to some people. And so I went over there, sweet woman, and I went over there and tried to tell her, and she did not understand. And then it turns out he's in the shed the whole time.
You didn't know where I was? I mean, the police found me, but you didn't know where I
They
was.
found you because you were in your own backyard with a shed full of Captain D's.
They don't know where I'm at. I could have been anywhere. They don't know for sure. You know, or just I'd want Miss Bros taken care of. I didn't want her to know that I was in the shed, so I went behind her and went out the back door. She didn't know where I went because I didn't want to put her in a situation. Now, granted, if she did know where I was and they questioned her, it'd be difficult. If you don't live with her, it's hard to understand. I understand her, but other people.
Instead of me trying to explain to her all this complicated rigmarole, why didn't you just say, "Tell her I'm out in the shed"?
Because I didn't want you to know, and I don't want her to know.
You were trying to keep me from eating them hush puppies.
Well, those were for me. I didn't know how long I was going to have
Those
to
are
be.
for me. Trump's America, folks.
Well, I didn't know if I was going to have to be out in that shed for.
If
I
you
had
thought-
no idea.
Why don't you get some prepper food like Jim Baker bucket? Why you out there?
I was
with
on the
slaw?
way. I was.
Oh, there's nothing that spoils less fast than slaw.
I got a little refrigerator thing back here. Don't
Slaw
works
is
off and
not
on.
what you walk. You ever see him eating slaw in The Walking Dead? No, because slaw don't keep.
I don't care what you keep, what dead, anything.
Hush puppies, good.
Well,
they
they
last
didn't go-
longer than you think.
They
you want to
did-
smell that onion dough?
You're so worried about this food, why don't you shut the hell up? Because they found me. I wasn't in there but a couple hours anyway.
They kicked a lot of doors down. I will say this, for them to pretty much know you were in the shed, they kicked like
There
every
wasn't
door
no
down.
reason to kick. You just
That
said,
was awesome.
you
That
don't-
was fun.
Next time, let me just throw this out there. Next time you look for me, come over. I know you know where I'm at all the time. Just say, just come over and say, "Hey, come on out of the shed." Just try that. Because then I know you found me.
Because
I'm
we
not gonna
know.
hide.
Because remember, like when they pulled up, I heard them. They were going around the house, and we saw them. They had the little thing, the lights on, and the night vision goggles, and they were decked out, man. But as soon as who's that out in the yard? I heard him say, "He's in the shed." But then there was like 30 minutes of them just stomping around in the yard and knocking over bushes and kicking in doors and just slashing
There's
tires.
no call for it. There's no call
They
for it.
chopped that tree down.
I don't even want to talk about it anymore because I'm up to hell with it. I still.
But you know who else enjoyed it was Mrs. Broles. I haven't seen her smile in years, but when things were just falling and exploding and getting kicked in and splintering, she was just laughing and
Well,
clapping. I
she
didn't
was
even know
just-
she could move both
She's
hands.
been through a lot, that woman. The poor woman been through a lot. At that point, she may have done lost her mind. I don't know. She's
I
fine
saw
now.
a love of destruction in her eyes that
Well.
rekindled our relationship.
After you go through something like that, maybe of course, you'd like it anyway. Listen to you. It don't make any damn difference. But
I'm
that's
going to take her out. We're just going to burn stuff.
all right. Don't you take it anywhere doing that. Don't get that started. That's all I need right now. Just leave
Her
her, leave her
burning
be.
stuff?
Leave her be.
I gave her some matches and some dry paper.
Are you crazy? You're a damn idiot. Don't do any of that. Don't give
She
her nothing.
can't strike them.
No, well, just keep them away from it. I don't even want to have the thought or idea of doing it.
And them wet blanket home health nurses, too, they took them away every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. Well, good. That's
I
what
kept
they get
trying
paid
to-
for.
They were distracted by the police dragging you out of the shed.
But
I kept giving her matches, but I don't know if she still got them or not. But I'll bring her some. I'll get her some more.
Well, this harassment or whatever you want to call it from law
for your own
enforcement,
protection.
it's not for my own protection. It ain't.
I
I'm
call
sorry.
it protection.
Yeah, I'm ready to be this over. How many more people look like me can there be out there? If they, 12 or 11 of them in the
like
cave.
Hundreds now.
Well, Christmas Cave is gravel hole now.
Yeah, they sold it to those Indian miners, and now they pretty much just blown the hell out of it.
Yeah,
so it's pretty much just a gravel hole now. Yeah, it's a shame, too, and with the holidays coming up.
And the only things that are connecting all this is just looking like me, bearded overalls. Otherwise, it'd just be, people, which is still terrible. It's terrible no matter how you look at it. Everybody get kicked, except for that one fella in the woods dressed like me, because what do you think's going to happen? First off, again, I don't want nobody to get killed over nothing, but
he had his teeth filed, too, so he was committed to it.
Well, whatever
Creepy
it is.
Jackie.
Well, I just don't matter to file his teeth. He's crazy as
it
far as I'm
doesn't
concerned.
all add up. I don't know how all these plot threads intersect.
Listen, now, I hate to say this, and it hurts my soul to think that you can be close to somebody, or somebody I'd almost say
I didn't do it.
Just shut your mouth. Will you let me talk?
You really
shut your
think
damn
I could
mouth.
pull off multiple murders?
Just shut your mouth. I don't know about you sometimes. You get drunk and forget you did it next day, for all I know.
I just think the physical strength I
just
would need.
Just shut up. You think you know somebody. Possible. You look them in the eye. You I'd even call this person, I'd call him close enough that, call him a son. That's how close, that's how hurt. I want y'all to know the pain it is inside of me to even say this and to get this out. But but it gets to a point, there's no other answer. And you just, everybody's worst fear, a loved one you find out just did do a terrible thing. So this, I know how that feels. And God bless all you people related to people doing terrible things. But crud, if you are out there, I want you to go to a police station. I want you to go on in there and tell them and just end this now.
Wait, you think Crud is the Jackie Strangler?
How could it? There's no other. Who else could it be? It all revolves around the dancer and the creepies and the jackies and all of these things. It's the only answer out there that makes any sense to me. It hurts me to say it. He's my friend. I just said he's a son I never had.
Well, what about Jackie Jr.?
Don't bring him up. I don't even want to talk about him.
I guess a lot of this did start happening once Crud, America's foremost Jackie Broles cosplayer, did start cosplaying Jackie Broles on the reg. And started putting Uncle Spiffy Marlin's haircuts and handshakes, his hipster barbershop, moved that over to Jackie's store. Wanted to franchise Jackie's store in Manchester.
I was going into business
Memphis.
with this person. It was family, but I mean, it was going past family. That's business dealings. I was talking to Nashville lawyers.
Two
of them come down. All this is up in the air, and at this point, I don't think with all the events happening whether Crudge did it or not, but I'm pretty sure he did. I don't think anybody want to have anything dressed up like me at it to go there. Nobody wants that anymore. That's just something that...
You're just asking for trouble.
Yeah.
A murder.
Yeah.
That is... I don't know, Jackie. You may actually be on to something.
There can't be any other answer. And I know, I used to think it was flattery. I thought, well, they're that sweet of them. They just like Jackie Broles and the way Jackie Broles is and the way Jackie Broles does things. They like him so much they're just trying to do it themselves. From looking like me to, he ran this business. He was upstairs to think that I left this man with those many customers. It breaks my heart to say this.
Man.
But I'm going to say it right now. All these people out there that dress up like somebody, man, woman, don't make any difference. Sometimes man dresses up like a woman, vice versa. I ain't getting into that. But if there's somebody dressing up like Dolly Parton every day, there's something wrong with them. Don't dress up like nobody else. All these people go places dress up like, comic book, funny books. They dress up. Something stop now before you wind up like Crud. God help you, one of these people down in Gravel Hole Christmas Cave.
I think
something's wrong with it. There's no other answer for it. That's all I've got to say, and it pains me to say it, and you don't know how bad I feel about this. It hurts me down to the core, and on top of that, I got this thing on my foot, and I know I'm thinking clearly on this. I know there's a lot going on. I've been through a lot, but there's all the evidence points in that direction. And right now, since that press conference, I hadn't heard a thing about Crud, hadn't heard from him. That's all I can think of. That's it. And I hope the police find you for you hurt somebody else, and you need to go turn yourself in. If you listen to this, turn yourself in now.
I gotta say, Jackie, it makes sense to me. I mean, I hate to say it too, but I think you really may have cracked the case here, Columbo. I mean, Crud
it ain't about being smart like
ties
Columbo.
it all together. No, I think you'll want to go out and get your detective's license once you get that.
It's just it's obvious. It ain't like it took a
cut
whole
off
lot of
your
detecting.
foot.
It's just what it is.
It's pretty genius if you ask me.
Oh, it ain't genius.
Pretty scratching that beard.
It's
You're gonna solve that mystery like on an old time radio show.
I know, but he's just putting. And I learned it from there too. I don't know if he scratched his beard, scratched his head, one of the two.
Up there.
But I did make some scratching in that, and it didn't have to scratch very long. And again, it hurts me to say it, but all the evidence points that direction. It doesn't make it's the only thing it could be.
Heavy stuff. Heavy
well,
stuff
it is
on
what it
podcast.
is. The world's just an awful place,
stuff.
and I'm suffering from it.
It really is.
Yeah,
it really is. I got a sponsor this week, Jackie. I think you're going to be surprised by it.
I don't know.
The funeral of Crud. They found Crud murdered.
What?
The man you just accused of being the Jackie Strangler sat here, turn your back on him dead.
What?
Cold on a slab, and you sitting here saying he'd run around town killing all the Jackies. Didn't want the competition.
Where'd you hear this?
Oh, Crud can't handle the competition. He started killing them and throwing them in the gravel hole.
It didn't make any sense.
Competition.
What? When did this happen? I didn't hear anything about Crud being killed.
It's been since you've been here on house and store arrest.
What?
And haven't you noticed that they're not letting you get any news? That's for your own protection. They keep playing the same day's programming on WSM over and over.
I don't know.
They're piping it into the store and your
Why
home.
would they keep it from me? That don't make any sense. I didn't do it. Why would they keep that information from me?
Because you're suspect number one.
Oh, hell, how can I be a suspect with this thing on my foot?
For your own protection.
It ain't for my protection. I ain't doing a damn thing for me.
Poor Crud, my friend, America's foremost Jackie Bros cosplayer, trying to franchise your store to the millions of people around the globe in Memphis and Manchester and East Tennessee. He started the Jackie cosplaying trend.
What, he got killed? Somebody killed him?
Founded the Jackie Fleetwood Warriors. He inspired Philip and Farley Mascat to look how they did. Taught them to be okay with looking like Jackie Bros. The Creepy Jackies, was he connected to those? Only in that, so far as I can see, some people like to take something beautiful and turn it into something ugly with filed teeth. Crud, who learned to be a master of disguise from Don Podge, of Don Podge's Tax Whiz, was found murdered. Another victim of the Jackie Strangler. And folks, if you listen to this podcast, I'm pointing my thumb at Jackie.
Oh, quit pointing your thumb any which way. If I was doing it, the police would have had me by now. They've had this thing on my leg all week.
They kind of do.
Well, then why did they lock me up then? They just...
They didn't want you... They said, here's what we're going to do, some psychological testing on him. We're going to keep the Crud news from him, and then Dunlap, you're promising to turn state's evidence on him, right? And I said, yes, sir.
Why? What? There's nothing to turn anything.
You tell me, do I need to wear a wire?
Oh,
and he said, no, just do your podcast. Bring the Crud news on him and see what he says.
Well, what am I supposed to say about that? That's awful. I didn't know it. Nobody told me anything.
Sounded to me like you were trying to frame Crud.
I was not. I'm sorry I said that. I didn't know it would be this situation. Nobody told me he was dead. I would have never suspected him. But it didn't make any sense. Who else could it have been? So now I don't know who the hell it is killing me.
Yeah, somebody is killing the Jackie Broleses of Murfreesboro. And I'll tell you what, it's really cutting into my time planning my Ocean's 11 heist
What?
of the Shepherd Pastor,
Oh, shut
Mountain
up
Shepherd
about
Pastor
that.
Church.
Just shut up.
I'm a church accountant now, folks, and they bring all this money in there. And on Dead Relatives Day, which is coming up, it had to get rescheduled because of all the creepy Jackie sightings. I'm building my Ocean's 11 team, and Crud was going to help me out, and he, unfortunately, was murdered by Jackie.
I didn't do
Jackie
anything.
Strangler.
Oh, shut your mouth. If they
Strangler.
wanted to get Jackie strangled, I ain't strangled nobody. Was Crud strangled, bless his heart?
It's hard. They can't really tell because of that neck
hell.
tattoo.
Just...
His neck tattoo, funny enough, was of like strangulation marks. And people said, that's dark. He said, well, I hope it doesn't prevent anyone from solving my murder.
No. I didn't know. I didn't know it.
But he was dark. He was a dark man. That's why he was my friend. He was good at pretending to be Jackie. He was great at press conferences. He was good at putting oil in your beard. And to promote his funeral, he said, here's what I want you to do. If anything ever happens to me, it's almost like he knew. I want you to take this $25, and I want you to plug my special post-death beard oil flavors. Motor oily dipstick. They added the motor at the beginning so you wouldn't think it was beard oily dipstick.
Ah.
They probably could have just left that off. Probably just something they did in the moment. Sausage experiment. An Arrowhead shoebox. Those are the last beard oil flavors you're ever going to get out of Crud. Him laying in a slab down at the morgue. They're going to bring you down there to look at the body and make sure that's not you.
What do you mean it's not me? I know it's not me.
Well,
I'm sitting here. If they know it's Crud, then why the hell would they have me come down there and tell them it's not me? They already know who it is.
Also, they need you to look at all them 12 unidentified bodies from the gravel haul.
Oh, hell.
Folks, my Ocean's 11 team is really shaping up pretty good. I got Inky on it. I'm blackmailing Mac Gazzett and Honey Carol Gazzett because I went with them to a couple of swinger clubs and took a lot of pictures. Jackie Broles from Church Jackie, still going to be the getaway driver. Don't know who that Jackie is. I'm assuming he's a Fleetwood Warrior, but there's so many Jackie Broleses in town. Except for all the ones that are getting killed. It's really hard to keep up. It's really a dangerous time to be a Jackie Broles, but all the Jackie Broleses are like, I'm not going to let the Jackie Strangler win. And all the questionably moral deacons, folks, this is going to be the heist of the century, and when I'm in Mexico, I will drop you an MP3 saying, well, folks, I did it. I ripped off a church. Jackie's in jail, and I'm on the beach in Mexico. That's how the podcast ends. Beautiful. Couldn't have written it better myself. Jackie's sponsor is Dilly Mule Riders Nut Bonnets. Buy a bonnet full of nuts, wash the oil out. You got yourself a little bonnet. That's Dilly Mule Riders Nut Bonnet. She gave me $25, Jackie. You want that? Here, let me write you a check.
I don't need it.
I don't have a bank account.
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Well, this Jackie Broles on here.
Dunlap.
You know, there's a lot of stuff going on here trying to deal with. A lot of stuff being sprung on me, but I know the rest of the world's just as messed up. And it's actually happening, too. I mean, it's just awful.
It may make even less sense.
Yeah.
I don't think, if somebody fell asleep, I don't think I've said this on one of the 18 things we're doing. Folks, if you're not watching us on YouTube, we're putting up a lot of videos. We're doing evening focuses. We're doing shorter videos. We're doing our weekly podcast still.
Trying to give y'all your money's worth for it's all said and done. So we're trying to do it with said we're gonna do. Yeah.
So just want to say, I don't know if we've said this or not, but if someone fell asleep 2 years ago and they were really sleepy, and or maybe something happened to their head, and they were in a coma, and then they woke up. Well, I mean, let's say coma, or they slept for 2 years because they were real tired. What's the longest you ever slept?
It's dead. It's coma, sleep. Yeah.
And they woke up in the middle of one of the presidential debates. They would never stop looking for the person pulling the elaborate prank on them. There's no way they could ever be convinced that was actually happening. If you went back in time 2 years and said, hey, you know who's going to be the presidential candidate on the GOP side? It's Donald Trump. No, he's terrible.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, he must really be a good politician. Nope, awful politician.
Worst.
Well, how does he stay in the race? I mean, it seems like he'd make a lot of gaffes.
Well, he did. He does constantly.
100% of the time.
Yeah.
It's all gaffes. I mean, I would say that concept of a gaffe in an election history.
Yeah.
It's like wearing a powdered wig. It doesn't happen any longer. Gaffes are for, I guess, if you run for president. I mean, Hillary Clinton still makes gaffes, I guess. I don't know. If you hate Hillary Clinton, you're like, there's a whole WikiLeaks is putting out all this stuff every day, and people don't pay attention to that.
Yeah.
False equivalency.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to say. Coma disbelief.
It don't make any damn sense.
Coma disbelief.
It don't make a damn bit of sense. And now he's just mad as hell.
He has
because people find out how he talks like we didn't know already. That's what that makes me mad.
He was on O'Reilly tonight, and he said if the Billy Bush grabbing by the pussy stuff is what causes him to lose this election, it'd be really sad.
I don't know how.
I mean, it would be sad that it took this long.
Yeah, it's already terrible. I mean, there's no coming back for the Republican Party split in two more and more every day. One side hates the other side. When these Breitbart people they go try and just hate Paul Ryan, and which I understand hating Paul Ryan, but
that come crazy. Out. All the Breitbart people said we're gonna get Paul Ryan is this Breitbart guy's enemy, mortal enemy, which I can understand that both, and they seem like they would be each other's enemies. They seem like people who would not like each other. Like Paul Ryan is like there's a church dinner, and Paul Ryan is the guy who has like all the kids run to when the drunk who they welcomed into the church with open arms backslid and shows up with a gun. You know those church dinners.
Yeah.
Everybody runs to Paul Ryan, but at the same time, they kind of like the drunk guy with the gun a little better. I guess the children are... I can't make that work any better than that. But it's not good. You wouldn't want to be Paul Ryan right now.
No.
Or ever.
No.
You wouldn't want to be. You might want to be Breitbart guy.
Well, let me tell you, they're crazy because they just want to self-destruct. And if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do.
Well, the Breitbart guy gets paid out of this no matter what happens.
He's taken care of. I'm just saying none of it. It's playing, but it's playing to the fact that everybody's going to be making them matter. They're telling people not to vote down the Republican. That's the only thing we got left is get some Republicans on some local levels. And now the Trump people are telling them just to vote for Trump and not even mark the rest of it. And Trump's going to lose. Everybody knows that. That's just not. I knew that from the beginning. There's a couple times I thought, well, shit, I might wind up with this. But I mean, it's still going to be awful. But I don't know what else to say. Yeah,
now he's got the shackles off.
The what?
The shackles off.
Oh hell. So it's just going to be worse.
That's what he says.
Well, somebody said there's more stuff of him coming out and all this. Seems like that would have come out by now, but why they wait so late? Somebody just sitting on this stuff, right? Somebody just waiting, like say, man, he's gone up in the polls too or whatever. Say, let this one out, put that one out.
I think I read something today that said Billy Bush was bragging about all this.
I mean, bragging.
Like he said, oh, I got a tape. I don't know when this was supposed to be, but he said, oh, I got a tape of Trump acting like a real dog. And I think it was some of the people who he bragged it to.
They find it?
Yeah, I may be. I don't rate
And
things real close.
Now he don't have a
Just
job.
because I host a news podcast doesn't mean, yeah, now he ain't got a job. Billy Bush.
So you talk show host who, let's face it, they're probably all awful. I don't know that for a fact, but more than likely they're probably terrible. You lose your job to be on TV and kiss up to people. You're not allowed to do that because of what he did, which, I'm not saying. But you could, presidents, that's fine. That's fine. Billy Bush, out the door.
Yeah, we're going to elect president, somebody who was doing something that we won't even let a Today Show correspondent do.
Yeah. Don't make any sense to me.
Is he a host? Was he a host on the Today Show? Why do I want to empathize with Billy Bush? Why do I feel there's something about, I don't know what it is. I guess I just empathize with the cowardly and those who worry about the wrong thing, avoid conflict, and allow the corrupt, cruel, and powerful to stay that way.
All right, yeah, I'll go with you on this, but as soon as they come out of that bus, first thing he does is try to push Trump up next to that woman. Would you take it that far? Sitting there going, yeah, that's funny or whatever. Listen to that Phil talk, you're going to get out. You go, oh,
he's
look
trying
at
to make a good show. He's trying to make
a
good show at the expense of women who he's treating like meat. Like meat that arouses Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know. I'm sorry. I can't help the fact that I feel like I know what's going on inside the head of a craven, corporate, bootlick, vapid starfucker.
Hey, watch him out.
Paralyzed by his own fear and privilege. I may be giving him too much credit.
I think you are, yeah.
I mean, he's a Bush that went into entertainment.
Yeah.
No offense, Jay.
Well, like I said, him and Jeb, they're not Bush as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, there is a lot of let me tell you, there's a bunch of times. Yeah, you're right, Jackie. There's a bunch of times when Billy Bush is talking to Donald Trump that even if he's a horrible, sexist, rape apologist, he could have said, "Whoa, man, you're gross." How about when Donald Trump literally says he's a star to him? Billy Bush hosts Access Hollywood. How many times has somebody said, "Well, I'm a star"? And when you're a star, even if you take the rest of that out, I don't want to derail these conversations we're having about sexism and rape culture and how awful the world is for a woman and how sad it is that a presidential candidate is the one bringing up these horrible triggering episodes and this righteous anger on the internet about how it's time for culture to change. I just want to say that if somebody told me I'm a star, I'd be like, fuck you.
Hey, watch your mouth.
I'm a star. He can't even open. My favorite part is he can't open the door of the bus. Trump can't open the door of that bus. He just knocks on it like he's just going to magically open.
Or somebody going to come on the other side waiting for him. There's the whole thing glass. He can see through it. He knocks on the door to get out.
Billy Bush, the only time Billy Bush sounds, this is incriminating if you're Billy Bush. The only time Billy Bush sounds embarrassed is when Trump can't open the door.
Yeah.
The rest of it, he's just thinking, how can I use this? But then he's like, it's under just lift up the thing, Chief. But, yeah, that's him knocking on a bus door. That's how he would be president.
Yeah.
I don't know what, nuclear or whatever it is. Somebody's supposed to come fix that.
That's it.
Sir, the Russians are launching bombs. Where's the bomb guy?
Yep. The economy is a mess right now. What are we gonna do? Yep. Knock on it. I can't.
Where is it?
Yep.
Where's the economy guy? Somebody open this economy up. Everything about that. This is how horrible he is. You could take the rape comments out of that, and it should still disqualify him from being president.
Yeah.
Even if you leave in the stuff where he's like, and I was trying to fuck it. That's terrible.
Watch it. I had to hear it from him. I don't want to hear it
That's
again.
terrible. He's talking about a girl behind her back. It's like, well, there's privacy issues, sure, but he's wearing a microphone. Do you see all the people get off the bus? There's like 800 people on that bus. 800 grips. Trump is trying to impress Billy Bush and grips. Like, well, I'm a star when you. I like this. You know how Obama has it, and then you talk to the, and then he has it, and the thoughtful Obama and the speech giving Obama, boring Obama and speech giving Obama. Trump has his like talking, giving a speech voice, but then he has when he's just trying to like throw a comment away. Those are often his worst comments. When he's like, well, I'm a star, so and it's soft, that soft. Grosser, flatter, like a flat basketball voice.
It's awful.
Well, if you, my penis is rather large.
All right, just shut it. I'm not gonna listen.
That's when he says the worst stuff. When he's just throwing it away, like, well, I'm a huge star, and I think that people are really gonna like. I'm gonna be the best president, and probably I'm gonna bone all these chicks in the audience looking at me, and just the worst. Just everything he said is the worst. It's been
awful. And
Tic Tacs!
If somebody is awful as he is, then of course there's more stuff coming. Absolutely, there's stuff coming. I just said, why didn't Ted Cruz or Rubio play this tape for anybody? How come they to get him out all the way back in? Seemed like one of them would have done something.
You gonna tell me? I'm sorry. I know you like them as a family. I know you hate mush-faced Bush, but you gonna tell me that somebody in the Bushes did not have this tape? Jeb could have put this away back in the winter.
And if they didn't, Jeb is not only in trouble with NBC, I'll tell you right now, Jeb Bush, that's just the worst fight in the world right there. Jeb Bush cussing out Billy Bush. You sitting on this a whole damn time, and you just now.
Has anybody even talked about that? I didn't even realize the fact that in his family.
He could have taken Trump out back.
Jeb Bush sitting around.
He's mad as hell. Yeah, he's out of NBC and he's out of the Bushes.
Do you know how many times Jeb has muttered to himself after like kicking a wall, like, I'm the only goddamn smart one. The only goddamn. It's like a whole family of them. I thought they was just. You think he's just talking about his brother, but no, he goes to family reunion and he just drives home fuming, just shaking his goddamn jeans. What are you mad at, Jeb? I am the only goddamn smart one. It's okay. I'm sorry. Let's get some ice cream. You want to get some ice cream? I can't eat it. I'll watch y'all eat it. I got my Fitbit. Hey, let's pull over in this Dairy Queen and get some ice. Just awful. Just let it.
It's mad all the time. That's how you come off here.
I'm sorry to still be talking about this tape, and it's about the presidential candidate saying he can just grab somebody, and we're still talking about it like he's not saying it's rape, it's sexual assault.
That's all terrible. He been doing terrible stuff to begin with, and I ain't gonna sit here and weigh which is worse, which is rape worse and racism or hating this or what. I can't
get into that, and I just don't want to derail people. People are working through things, and it's important conversations we're having. There's just little things I still want to highlight, like the fact that this man who we want to give the keys to the White House. Folks, I'm not trying to convince you if you're on board with Trump. I know that at this point there's nothing I can do, but I'm just saying and I know we've got listeners, and I'm sorry that we keep pissing you off.
Though, how come they don't like Bush? It ain't like we the only Republicans that don't like Bush. Like it's just us.
You Bush or Trump?
Oh, Bush. We don't like Jeb Bush. Trump. Yeah.
We like Jackie likes George W.
George W. Bush, great president, great man.
Does not like Jeb Bush.
No, not at all.
Lukewarm on Daddy Bush.
Well,
Billy Bush.
No, well, yeah.
And Trump. No.
It's somebody says
catching you up if you're a first-time listener.
Never Trumpers or whatever. That's what they call it. Sign me up with that. That's fine. Some of y'all won't be deplorable. I'll be a never Trumper. That's what I'm gonna be. Sign me up right there.
So we're not trying to convince you. I hope you don't mind us venting a little bit. Maybe we're trying to convince you a little bit because we'd love to have you over here on our side.
Because there ain't going to be nothing left for Republicans.
On your side.
You got to figure out what it's going to be, because after this, everybody going to be, we're going to be blaming you, and you're going to be blaming us, and the Republican Party going to be fighting in its own self. And the Democrats,
worse than it is already.
Yeah, it's going to be worse after this, because he ain't going to win right now. That's it. He ain't going to win.
This is a man who cannot eat a Here's how I eat a Tic Tac. Let's say that maybe I'm going to guest star on a soap opera, and he's a beautiful woman, and maybe I'm objectifying her. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm doing some objectifying, and maybe I want to take this packet of Tic Tacs, and maybe I want to pop one in my mouth. You know how I do that? Secret. I do it. I palm the Tic Tacs, which is hard because they make a lot of fucking noise. And then I slip one out, and I kind of hide it and put it in my mouth, and then my breath gets all fresh, and then I can talk to a nice lady. Trump can't eat a fucking Tic Tac without talking about grabbing women's vaginas.
Just enough. I'm sick to my stomach. I don't want to. Every one of them idiots running for president, every one of them on Republican, and I didn't like any of them either, so don't, I understand. But every one of them, if it was any one of them right now, they'd be winning. We'd be beating Hillary Clinton.
Any one of them?
Well, maybe not
Rand Paul.
Maybe not Rand Paul. Maybe not Chris Christie.
Dr. Ben Carson?
I think Dr. Ben Carson.
I'll give you that.
I think he'd be doing right now against her. Yes. And I don't like little squeaky boy Rubio, but hell, it's better than the Clintons. And Cruz is a terrible, terrible human being, but right now he knows how to debate. He knows how to get up on stage and make a sentence that you understand at the end of it, and talk about what the other person just said. Any one of them, besides, a couple of them, would be, be taking care of the cleaners right now.
And
but
folks,
we're gonna wind up with Hillary Clinton because just had to have Trump. Just had to have it.
You know what's going to happen now, folks, too, for the next 4 to 8 years. We are basically, there's going to be a campaign to get Bill Clinton thrown in jail, like Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Well,
for the next 4 to 8 years.
Yeah, maybe it should have. As far as that's concerned,
I'm not
that kind
even
of stuff.
saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's what's going. That's
where
we're headed now.
But if that was the case, I know things are different, and everybody changes. It should have been doing that a long time ago. And I know people don't like Bill Clinton bring it up all the time, and I don't like bringing it up because it's ugly to talk about, but it's still ugly. And if that's the case, so be it. Good luck with that. I doubt even that'll happen, because they'll be like I said, the GOP will be fighting with itself so much they'd just be looking the other way, letting her do whatever. If the only person we have to keep watch on her is Paul Ryan, then we're in trouble.
I'll tell you, before he goes to jail, she'll fake his death.
Oh, yeah, she will. Yeah.
Obama wanting. I'm not saying these are connected, that them realizing that there's going to be a years-long campaign where the Republicans, the Trumpies, people angry at the Clintons for getting in there, and there's going to be some intersectionality with feminists and people who slowly start to realize, hey, maybe we should just talk about that. She's going to see all this happening. I'm not saying it's connected, but Obama wanting to go to Mars, I'm just saying there's his out. Put him in suspended animation. Put him on the red planet. Let him repopulate it.
Jurisdiction, that's different. Yeah.
That's true. You can't. I'd love to serve justice, but I'm on Mars. I'm 90 years old and I'm on Mars. I'm sorry. He'd get that finger going, and he'd say, I am sorry. I am sorry, and people would be like, maybe he is sorry. But it doesn't make any difference. Then some people would say, sorry, he needs to be in jail. And he'd say, well, I can't. I'm on Mars. Can't get me here. Then Obama sends all his cronies, all the Clinton cronies. They going to Mars. Mars is the Australia of the corrupt Clinton administration.
Well, just think about saying I'll be long dead maybe when all this is going on, but let them all go. Then we got the earth, Then we can have what's left here. Let them go tomorrow.
What's going to be left here?
Huh?
That damn. Here's an actual headline. Hold on, I want to read you a headline, Jackie. This is in a news organization.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's really a paper.
It's on the phone. I don't
They
know.
really
What to
have
believe
newspapers anymore.
anything reading off a phone.
Oh damn, I lost it. Hold on. It's real good. Oh, you can't believe how good this is gonna be.
Well,
Boy.
it's on the phone.
Yeah, I just wanted to read it off the phone. Once you
Well,
get the
read
full
off the
effect,
phone.
I need to actually read the whole damn thing, but it's not here where I thought it would be. But it doesn't matter because it's totally going to be worth it when I read it. Folks, you at home are going to be so excited to hear it.
I don't
Plus,
know, people
building up a little suspense.
Enjoy more listening to you look on the phone or watching you look on the phone. I don't know.
I'd
which
say
one of those.
listening because they get to use their imagination.
Yeah,
Well, how
what
is
kind
he
of phone
fingering
is
it?
it?
Is he just
I don't
using
care how
two-
you,
what?
you
I
running
didn't-
your finger across it. Just leave it at that. That's enough.
I don't know why you have to make everything dirty.
Because it sounds dirty coming out of your mouth. It ain't me. It's you.
Still scrolling.
Yeah.
Folks, are you ready for this? Jackie, are you ready for this?
I did.
Listen to this headline. I'm going to send this to Jay Leno. Listen to this. Clinton turns to Al Gore and climate change to excite millennials in Florida?
What?
No, hold on. I didn't do it right. Clinton, I'm going to leave out the climate change part. Clinton turns to Al Gore to excite millennials in Florida.
What?
Al Gore ain't excited a millennial since.
They don't know who the hell he is.
That wasn't that big of a deal now. It's funnier in my head than actually.
It's,
I mean,
it's
it is
still funny.
Al Gore talking to.
But that says something about that administration right there. Like, we need to, Bernie Sanders had all these young people out there and all this. So what can we do? We need to excite this base. We need to get them going. And then somebody in the room said Al Gore, and then Hillary Clinton approved that. So that tells you right there, that's had, that you screwed there too. So, well.
She's supposed to run a good campaign, right?
That's what she don't have to do nothing. That's the thing. She didn't even get to put her foot in her mouth or mess up or anything. Now she got dizzy every now and then, yeah, but she don't have to do nothing because you nominated a crazy man, and who's got whatever comes out of his mouth is no. I mean, you blaming the press. If this at any Democrat, and I ain't taking the side, and I think we went after Bill Clinton pretty hard, and still are in some ways. But like, if they'd said anything like that, it'd be over and done with. Anybody, Republican or Democrat, anybody said anything like that on tape, it'd be done with, except for this man. Now, what makes him special? I don't see it. All I see is an awful, racist, sexist, loudmouth Yankee. Don't say anything else, and it's just going to get worse. See, this is something people else don't talk about. If there are more tapes out there, what happens if they don't come out until after he's president, which ain't going to happen. But nobody thought about that. It don't matter. He's president now. What's it matter? That's worse. That means there's stuff out there that you can blackmail the president over. Just, never mind. Never mind.
Russia be blackmailing this long before anybody in the American hackers do it.
Well, they wouldn't have to blackmail Trump. They're buddies, they're friends.
Well, there may be a revolution before we even get to the blackmail. Wasn't that woman saying that to John McCain today?
Wasn't McCain, Pence. A woman said.
Oh, it was a Pence.
Pence somewhere. He was somewhere. I don't know, talking. Campaigning and whatnot. And I guess people are getting scared now because they realize what's happening. Like
Pence, we didn't know if he was going to drop out.
I'll be honest, I didn't know. I wouldn't have blamed him.
We really thought that after
he was going to be gone. Yeah.
After the pussy comments,
all right,
and then after the damn debate when Trump said, we haven't talked, we don't agree, and then a bunch of other bullshit.
No,
We
he
just
still-
thought Pence was gone. But then Pence come out stronger than ever. I don't know what they got on this man.
I don't know what Reince Priebus has promised Pence to stay on this ticket. I don't need to just write it out and I'm going to give you such and such and such. But whatever it is, it ain't worth it, Pence. It ain't worth it. You seem like a, decent enough man in terms of not, saying things like Trump anyway. I'll put it that way.
These are strange days. He seems like a nice guy. But what about all the gay stuff? And
I know.
compared to Trump.
Compared to Trump. That's what it comes down to. Yeah, that's what it is today. But anyway, he was talking somewhere, and some woman come up. He said, well, if she gets in office, we're going to have to start a revolution. Of course, at a Trump rally, that, people getting excited and everything. And then he says, don't say that. Don't say that. I'll give him that. Thank you, Pence, for at least doing that. Just imagine if someone had said that to Trump, because then that's all he'd be saying from here on out. That really gets him going. When I say revolution, really gets people excited. Usually just say rapists or whatever else, but, so I hope Trump wasn't watching anything with Pence today, so he don't know about that. So, anyway. But, yeah, he said don't do that, but then they said there'd have to be a revolution because if Hillary won, it would be because of voter fraud. It wouldn't be because Trump said these awful things about women on tape. It would be because of voter fraud. That's why she would win. But whatever. All right. That's fine.
We're all in our bubbles. And
I know.
She can't see. She doesn't know anybody that likes Hillary Clinton.
But she
How's
wants to have
Hillary Clinton going to win?
I understand that. Yeah, but I mean, there's something to polling. I know all of them don't make sense, but when every single one of them says something's going to happen, guess what?
From the corrupt media?
Well, they must be running the show then, I guess. But I mean, that's what it is.
Look, no, them fat asses ain't going to do no revolution.
No, that's true.
Trump ain't going to do no revolution.
No. He
Unless
going
starting
home.
a TV show is a revolution.
That's about it there. But good. Thank you, Pence, for saying don't do that. But he did recommend that she go and the rest of them, whoever is available, go stand beside the voting booth and keep an eye on things so voter fraud don't happen. So is that really going to be Trump supporters looking for someone coming in with a beard and then coming in without it on or something? Is that really going?
They may just be looking for black people.
Well, yeah. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Beard or no beard.
Yeah, that's true.
So, folks, another thing is that that's another problem with no newspapers. These people who want to start revolutions, they used to would have to talk this crazy into a typewriter and send it to a letter to the editor. Now there's no newspapers, or at least there's no editors, so you don't do that. You just go yell it at Pence or at the computer. That's why maybe if there were newspapers and people had to write letters to the editor, we'd have a lot more civil discourse.
Yeah, that's over with. Those times are done. Ain't ever happened again.
And keeps the house cleaner, really.
Yeah.
You don't have a bunch of newspapers sitting around. And the trees.
Well, go on, iTunes, Chachis. What all is it? iTunes, Chachis.
That's it. No, subscribe to us on YouTube. If you ain't subscribed to us on YouTube, subscribe to us on iTunes. We're doing a lot between now and the election, after the election.
Facebook, Twitters. Get on Facebook,
we're on
Twitters.
Facebook, Twitter. There's a Instagram. We don't update that.
I don't know about Graham.
Did we ever set up that Snapchat?
I don't know what it is. I don't
Folks,
know how any of it works.
We're going to be putting up as much as we can between now and the election.
Bear with us. Sorry, if you're a Trump supporter, I'm sorry. I'm going to speak my mind whether you like it or not. Sorry about that. I'll listen to you say you're for Trump, and you're welcome to say it. What? No?
No, we don't need to listen.
All right, then.
I'm done. We don't need to argue anymore.
No.
But we've been doing this for 10 years, so we're just going to keep ranting about Trump. We ain't trying to convince you. Just,
no
hard feelings.
And nothing like, no, I appreciate you watching. If you like Trump and all you do is come on here and listen to us say how much we don't like it.
That means you like us and Trump.
We appreciate that.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you kindly, yeah.
I'll be glad when this election's over.
Yeah, me too. Just lay me down. I'll be glad when they take this damn thing off my foot.
You can't. You ain't gonna get that up there. You're gonna throw your back out, and I ain't carrying you up these stairs again.
Let me get help. Now's the time that we both have to go. Our podcast come out really great, we know. Our time is at an end, so until we meet again, we'll just have to say goodbye, friend. Saying bye-bye always brings us down. But our bags are packed and we have to leave town. A postcard to you we will send if a stamp to us you'll lend, so we can write and say goodbye, 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 goodbye. Yeah, it's only. They got a key somehow that had to turn it on, but I just won't get in between it and my legs will rub on it. Ah. Ah. It's like it gets itching and I can't. Hang on. I can't do it. Thank y'all kindly for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Hell.